Hey everyone, this is Faith Not Included, the show where we usually talk about all those crazy conspiracy theories and religious claims. Um, Tonight we're going to do something a little different. Usually we're on a 2-week schedule where we do headlines and a little bit of comedy, and then followed by the Church of Heretics, which is kind of a bunch of random shit that doesn't make sense to anybody, but we still like it here. But we decided in between to give some extra content. We're going to try out something a little new tonight. So we have a pre-recorded conversation with Jimmy and a special guest where we're going to talk more about politics, which, you know, I know some people complain about it, but this show has a lot to do with politics because, you know, here, at least in the United States, religion and politics are closely intertwined. So we need to be really paying attention to this stuff. So, Jimmy, before we get started, you know, I understand the person you had a conversation with is a MAGA supporter.
Yes.
And I thought you had a very big dislike for Donald Trump and the whole MAGA movement. So why did you have a conversation with somebody who is a, you know, die-in-the-wool MAGA supporter?
Well, it's a well-known fact that the Reverend hates Trump, and it's a well-known fact that the Reverend is scared shitless of this MAGA movement, this whole Republican theocratic fucking nightmare. It's scary as fuck. On the anniversary of this January 6th insurrection, oh my God. It's getting scarier and scarier watching them trying to change the
thanks, asexual atheists. We really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
And yes, we're going to bring it.
Because, realize it or not, folks, politics affects everything. Everything! Like, we're all fucking about politics because it affects all of our lives. And since we want to have everyone an inclusive society, we have to fight and work towards that. So I had a conversation with my Facebook friend, Ray-Ban. Now, a little backstory. I'll try to make this really quick. He had me on his show after I had called in to Justin's show on the EA show. We had covered that. You remember that, Skidsy?
Yeah, that was way back.
That's
at least a dozen episodes ago.
Oh, yeah.
If not more.
Yeah, that's what Jimmy was a little bit more Jimmy. You can see, go back and see the receipts and see how big Jimmy was. But that's okay. That's not the point. I called in Justin's show, took on 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. I don't know. It was a big Muslim gangbang, and it was all great. But I had them contradicting themselves within 2 minutes, and it was a lot of fun, and it was a good time. And so they invited me on their show. And the 2 people on their show was a Christian and Ray, who is a person of color and an atheist and a MAGA supporter. And I was on their show and they treated me with nothing but respect. What they took offense to was the fact that there was multiple people going after one person. And I respected that because that's just straight up bullying. And that's kind of what Justin's gimmick is, isn't it? On the EA show, kind of being a bully, you know, whole bunch of people arguing, one guy trying to make themselves like fucking sniffing each other's farts, making themselves seem important. It's so Ray is a very nice guy. He's a very nice person. And even though he's a Trump supporter, he's a very nice person. And I decided, you know what, folks? I genuinely want to change people's minds. We here at the show want to change people's minds. That's why we talk about politics. That's why we discuss these issues.
But hold on, I am really confused because
Skitsy.
You talk about how much you hate Trump and how much you hate the whole MAGA movement and everything like that.
Yes.
Aren't you one of those maple syrup drinking Canadians? Well, I mean, Wyatt the fuck does it matter to you what happens down here in the United States?
Well, contrary to popular belief, the United States truly is the center of the universe. But the problem is, folks, that whatever happens in your country affects us. 2008, that whole financial crisis, guess what, folks? I lost my job and got laid off at that time because it had a big domino effect and it affected everyone. Now, if a dictator gets control of the United States, we're all kind of fucked. So it's up to us to speak out against it. And what do we got? We got humor. And that's what Skidsy and I have to offer the world to combat this fucking scary goddamn nightmare that's going on, Skidsy. I'm scared. I'm scared, Skidsy. I'm scared. That's why I'm talking about it. But Ray is a very nice man. And we had a very nice open conversation. And I've been able to reach MAGA people and people who don't necessarily share my outlook on other issues. And you know how I did it, Skidsy? You know how I did it? I focused on issues. And folks at home, I'm not the tastiest cookie in the package, and that's okay. But what I do know that works is that if you focus, I am pretty tasty though. If you focus on issues instead of like getting into tribalism, like Republican, Democrat, like you will see in our conversation that we were able to find common ground. And that's what the conversation was about. And I told him, and I'm going to tell you all folks here, I didn't push back on anything. I let him say his piece, and that was fine. And I listened to him, and where we could agree and find common ground, that's where we talked. And it was a natural conversation. I was not interested in trying to change his mind. That was not the point. I wanted to hear where he was coming from. Because, folks, the point of the matter is this. If you don't know what the other people are feeling, that you're going in there blind. And if you want to reach people, you got to know what's important to them. And that's what we're not doing. And I feel like if we can have a little bit more of these nuanced conversations about issues, we will realize we're all on the same team. Because unless you're filthy rich, we're all on the same fucking team. And it's about time we fucking got to know that shit. And we stop this fucking bullshit of how they keep fucking dividing us. So this was the whole point. I wanted to talk to them about different issues and see where we can come to an agreement. So Skidsy and I are going to be in the chats. If you guys want to chat, if you want to give your input, be kind to my friend Ray. I know you're probably not going to agree with them, and that's okay. That's okay. And he says he understands why people don't like Donald Trump. The point is he thinks for himself, and I told him I respect that. It's this cult mentality that I can't fucking handle. This QAnon bullshit. Like, it's just, what do you do with that shit? Hey, folks, it's very hard. But it's that QAnon shit that started in your fucking country. It's spreading in Canada too, folks. You're not fucking keeping that shit in check. That's why they're having scared. I'm scared. Skidsy.
I don't know how we can keep it in check because it is running rampant right now.
I know, it's terrible. It's scary.
Let's go ahead. It's about an hour long conversation.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and jump in. Like Jimmy said, we're gonna be in the chat. We're gonna be interacting with the chat. I'll be posting up comments while the video is going. Feel free to comment about what's being said in the video, or if you've got something you want to talk to Jimmy and I in the chat while this is going.
We're here.
We're here. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and roll the video.
Roll it. Oh, yay! Hi, everyone! Special treat for all you folks at home. This is a real special treat. Now, for the folks at home, this is my friend Ray Bay. And Ray Bay is a very unique gentleman. And this is going to just be quite frankly, folks, this is going to be my conversation with someone who has a different perspective with me, and I want to hear where he's coming from. I'm not here to try to get him in a gotcha moment. I don't give a shit about trying to look cool or look smart, because everyone knows I'm not fucking smart. So I'm not fucking giving any fucking gotchas here, folks. We're just trying to hear the other side, because quite frankly, folks, we all need to take notes from people who have differing opinions of us. And we need to take moments to reflect, because you know what? Other people are right sometimes. I know it's a crazy concept, but other people are right sometimes, and maybe they're not necessarily right about one thing, but they could be right about other issues. And I honestly, legitimately just wanted to talk to Ray, and I wanted to hear him out. Because I told him before this, I want to change people's minds, folks. I believe that on certain things, the perspective that I have is the one that best benefits humanity. Okay, and we all have that. We all hold that in our hearts, that our perspective on something is the best thing for humanity. Hey, but so truth is truth, right? Doesn't matter where it comes from, and it shouldn't matter where it comes from. So if I believe what I believe is true and it's right, then it should be able to withstand scrutiny, and it should be able to withstand opposing views. And this is a chance to hear someone out, and then maybe at the end, Ray and I can have maybe a little back and forth, have a little conversation back and forth. And but at the end of he's had me on his show before, him and his partner Toxic Taylor. Toxic Taylor is a Christian. Now, if I have misrepresented anything, Ray, please correct me, because I've been on their show, because their show at that time was called Debate the Facts. And they saw when I went on Kali, I don't want to name him, or Justin, back in the day from the EA show. Now it's, what is it? Encouraging arguments? Or, I don't know.
I fucking have no idea.
No fucking clue. It's just it doesn't matter. It's Muslim propaganda.
Yeah.
So I went on there, and Ray will contest. I had those motherfuckers contradicting themselves within 2 minutes of each other. Whatever. And I conceded the fact this isn't about me thinking I'm smarter. I conceded to them at the beginning of the conversation. You're probably smarter than me. Because when it comes to theism, Ray, I don't think you have to be very smart to debate it. But anyways, and Ray is would you consider yourself an atheist, Ray, or would you consider yourself, are you more comfortable with agnostic, or what would you say your belief is?
I'm a tattoo carrying atheist and practicing Johnist.
What is that?
Religion.
A Johnist. What is that, please?
I believe that existence is my God.
Okay. And
around me.
Okay. That's fair enough. And do you feel like you have to worship this God, or do you what is your what does that entail exactly?
Just living.
Just living?
Just living.
Okay.
Living my life clean, sober, just being good to other people and whatnot.
Okay.
Just being
do you have to be sober
myself.
to be a Johnist? Like to believe in that? You do?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was with you on everything else. I'm right there. Can I come to at least when the cookouts, or when you guys get together? Maybe you want to have visitors. I'll support your cause. It's no problem.
We have leeway for smoking pot on your deathbed. Otherwise,
yeah, and that's all I'm about. I'm about accepting the universe. That's all I care about. Is about what comes from the earth. So I just enjoy that differently than you. How's that? I just enjoy it differently than you, and I don't judge you for that. And God damn it, I've had periods of my life where I've been sober because I was religiously indoctrinated. I was in a cult, and it was a lot of fun. So there is times when I've been sober. So I don't knock it. everyone to each their own. So you say you're a jaundice and you're tattooed a jaundice. I'm sorry, jaundice. I don't want to.
Jaundice.
John. Okay,
Sir.
you say it, not me. I'm gonna stop
Disrespecting my
saying that
religion. How
word.
dare you?
How dare you use that word?
Unbelievable. It's a fallacy.
Okay, and now, folks at home, hold your britches. Ray is also a mega supporter.
That's right.
Yes, I know. He breaks my heart because I love him so fucking much. But we're not here. I'm not here to try to just now. Because to me, folks, and I've said this to Ray, and I would love to go back on your show again because you've changed the name of your show, haven't you? Ray, what's the name of your show?
I think it's like Debate the Fatwads. I have no idea. I spoke with Taylor maybe like yesterday, and he mentioned the name in passing, but I haven't been back to the channel in a while. We haven't uploaded anything in a minute, so we're just working on a few things.
Okay.
You know, just getting some gears rolling and whatnot. You know, I've been dealing with a lot recently, so I just been just trying to reboot myself at the moment. Well, not reboot, but you know, continue with my reboot.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And what I have to give them credit for, folks, you have an atheist, you have, and Taylor's indifferent to politics. You already said that. So, two different dynamics. And folks, I'm telling you what I liked about their show. And what I really liked about it is that they weren't pushing any agenda. What they were going for, the whole purpose is to get the fucking bullies. They were saying shit on the internet that pissed them off. They were seeing, especially with the Muslims, right?
Yeah.
They're ganging up on one person, like 3, 4, this big Muslim gangbang, right? All just going at someone, right? Oh, it's just as ugly as you can. You think about a bunch of Muslim guys going at one person. Yeah, it's ugly. So it's so that's if I understand, that's why you started, and you started reacting to these videos and like scrutinizing them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taylor's definitely the more religiously savvy of the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like I'm the kind of person I like to poke holes in arguments. If I hear something, then I'll say something. But you know, otherwise, religiously, like I'm not religious. So, you know, I don't knock people's religion. You believe what you want to believe. Whatever gets you to the end in your life and makes you feel comfortable, I'm cool with it. As long as it doesn't cross my path and mean death for me, I'm good. You know. And,
so I always gave them much props, and that's how we kind of crossed paths because they saw what was happening to me, and they had mad respect for me. I was dubbed a motherfucker among men, right?
Motherfucker among men. You showed those guys up. That was amazing.
And really, yeah, but really, the arguments aren't very complicated. No. They're not. And that's what I try to do for people in order to, that's the main argument, really, I come back at with people, is that we're under no accountability to buy into any of this stuff. And you're not a bad person if you don't believe in the blood magic. So, so it's, and they're trying to promote an ideology that, you are accountable. You have to choose this. And that's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
That's not right
so,
at all.
So back to you, Ray, and this is what this show is about. And because I appreciate your time, we've tried to connect for a while now, and so I jumped at the chance. When Ray said, "I'm free." I'm like, "Damn right!" My kids everyone wanted my time. I said, "No, Ray needs me. I'm going now. The man needs me.
I'm honored and privileged."
That's right. So Ray, God, please, can you? I want to see. I'm trying to find out how you came up to the perspective that you're at, right? So, do you feel comfortable, like maybe giving a little bit of your life, like maybe your background a bit, like how, like where you started and where you're at now? Can you just give us a little bit about that? Would you mind?
Yeah, I don't mind at all.
Oh, thank you.
So I started out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, born and raised. I grew up in foster care. I've lived in the predominantly black neighborhoods, segregated black neighborhoods of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, um, all my, like, most of my life. Um, I've been a liberal. It's pretty much a liberal all the way up until I moved out to Arizona. Um, I would like to say my childhood was rough, but not really. You know, there's people who've had it rough and whatnot, and they didn't get a chance or have the opportunity and privilege to do things that I got to do as a kid. And like when I hear their stories and I'm like, I'm talking about the stuff that I got to do and things that I've gone through. I'm like, shit, pales in comparison. Oh man, you didn't get to go to Disney World? You sucked at life, you know. So
I've never even been to Disney World.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I've never been to Disney World.
Oh my God, you gotta crack open that white privilege real quick. Crack open that can of white privilege and get your ass to Disney World, brother. What are you doing? What are you doing?
This is hilarious, eh? The story starts off. I was, raised in a rough neighborhood. I was an orphan. And now we're feeling bad for me. And that's how it should be. That's the natural order of things. No matter how shitty it goes, it comes back to feeling poor Jimmy. So, anyways, okay, so that's I just think that is just. I don't mean to interrupt you because I don't want this to be lost. Like, but to just to hear this, like, because you like. To be raised in an orphanage in Philadelphia, from what I heard, it can be pretty rough city. It's a pretty rough city, right?
Oh, yeah.
And but you talk about like you've had privileges in your life that were like you hear other people's stories that you feel like your story pales in comparison to their experiences.
Oh yeah.
And I just find that fascinating. Okay, so please continue. That's really, and can I say as a mindset for you? As a person, like how do you not I respect that, like how do you fucking not respect that for someone to like to take reflection of their own experiences and not like to me, like I've never taken you as a victim. Like to me, like I've gotten that sense like that's the last thing you fucking ever want anyone to ever fucking think about you. I am not a goddamn victim. And like, yeah. So, yeah, like kudos to you, man. That's all. So, anyways, please continue on.
I do have my horror stories.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you do.
I don't, so I have dealt with oppression. I have dealt with oppression, but it was never at the hands of white America. It was at the hands of, let me turn my mic around. I think, there we go. It was always at the hands of Black America, and not Black America in general, but Black people in general. I mean, I grew up in Philadelphia, so I knew nothing but Black people in my neighborhoods, next door neighbors, foster homes that I've been in, and I've only been in like maybe 2 good foster homes out of the maybe 6 I've been in. That were just like really dope. Some were okay. One was really bad and rough, First 9 years of my life, me and my older brother, we got kicked the fuck around a lot. I got a lot of scars. These scars up here on my eyebrow, I didn't get those in a bar fight. My first foster mother was an evil bitch. She starved us. She treated us like shit. You know what I'm saying? And I do have that experience. I was molested as a kid. It's really fucked up. A lot of that shit fucks with me till this day. But after home, after that 9 years, my childhood has been anything but, and a lot of it was a lot of trauma a lot of anything that I went through that was a rough patch was basically my fault. I would say it's my fault, but, it's just a lot of shit I was dealing with. I have trust issues. I don't trust people. I don't trust any human beings. I don't care what your skin color is, black, white, purple, Chinese, I don't give a fuck. I just don't trust people. I'm real weird like that. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to work on with myself. It's also the reason why I chose to get sober, is because I do want to be the best me I can possibly be. Um, like I say, I was a liberal. First person I ever voted for was John Kerry in the 2004 election against George W. Bush. He's a fucking idiot.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, he's he's a fucking asshole. Our economy's fucked up because of him. But like at the end of the day, that was the last time I voted for a Democrat. Also, um, my voting record is very small. I voted for Kerry, and I voted for Donald J. Trump for president. Um, I didn't always see eye to eye with President Trump because I was busy looking at the news and people were saying he was a racist. And I did grow up in the '90s, and a lot of people were very upset that he wasn't renting to any people of color who were on food stamps and welfare. Yeah, I wouldn't. And older me now, I look at it and I'm like, you know what? I never looked at Donald Trump as a racist coming up as a kid and before the 2016 election. But older me now, if I was in his position and knowing what I know, growing up how I grew up, yeah, I wouldn't rent to them motherfuckers either. I mean, pardon my French, but I wouldn't rent to them either.
This
Like,
is just so you know, this is a safe space for swearing.
oh,
We don't fucking care. It's just. That's the contract. I don't get fucking paid, but I get to fucking swear.
thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, baby Jesus.
So I'm like, I wouldn't let them motherfuckers rent for me either, because like one of the things I've learned is like people, you not everyone who's in that situation is living a wholesome life. They're not keeping their place clean. I would be that kind of landlord. Like, oh, you got to keep the place clean. I come through, do an inspection. I got air conditioning guy coming through, an exterminator coming through, or somebody coming through, and your place a mess, looking all crazy. Nah, I've lived in places like that. I've seen places like that. I grew up in the hood. Like, I know that's not the way I want to live. I wouldn't want my tenants living the same way either. Like they fucking hoarders or pack rats. And this isn't a mark against black people. This is a mark against everybody who wants to live like that. Because I've seen white folks live like that too. This poor little lady out here in Arizona was helping her clear out her trailer, and it was just a mess. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, oh,
You know what? Being a fucking
no."
slob is a
Yeah,
cross. It doesn't matter your goddamn skin color. Laziness is fucking laziness.
yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you. Jesus.
So I was happy to see that it wasn't just black people going through it. Like white people going through it in America also. I attend AA meetings, NA meetings, CA meetings and shit, in my personal time. And I see all walks of life, Latino, black, Chinese, Asian, mostly white. And I'm like, hey, we all going through it. We all going through it. Everyone's going through it. It's not just like one group of people in this country being picked on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. No, it's if I could just pause here for a second, because I just every time I got a point where we agree and we're on the same page and shit, I want to make sure that like to me all this fucking like, cause so first of all, I'm Canadian, so Democrats, like whatever you say about the fucking Democrats, I'm not here to fucking bootlick for them. I get
cool.
the frustration with them. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and I don't feel like getting into how fucking awful I feel about the Republicans, but so I'm not a bootlicker for any fucking party, because at the end of the day, it's just we all have to fucking start realizing this. It's not about race. It's not about religion. It's not sex and all this shit. It's about class. It's always been about fucking class. And us as the working people need to fucking unite more. Because god damn it, the rich don't give a fuck about us.
Nope.
They really do not. And we need to fucking start like collectively working together more. Right? Like, God, even as an atheist, I still have interest in trying to work with theists, because we all have to speak out for each other.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like it's so important for white people to speak out for people of color, because there is blatant fucking racism. I knew it. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man. I grew up in the whitest of fucking white cities. I was in a border city to Port Huron, Sarnia. In my public school, there was probably 2 black kids. Honestly, it's just that at that time, that's just the way it is. But because I listened to rap music, because I was kind of more in tune to what's going on, and because I was following the news, and it was about that time about Rodney King, and you're watching a fucking bunch of cops beating the shit out of this guy. God damn it, that's not fucking right. Like, it doesn't, like, so that's why I feel like it's important for white people to speak up for black people, why straight people need to speak out for gay people, why I'm hoping that theists will speak out for atheists, because we're a minority.
They never will.
They never will. I hope.
Yeah, pipe dream.
I hope, but that's my dream.
Yeah.
Everyone can have a dream. I have a dream too, that we can just all fucking live together in harmony, and people stop fucking, we could just live our fucking lives. Like, that's what I want ultimately. I want my kids to grow up happy, and I want fucking us all to get along, because we're marching towards fucking destruction right now. It's like, it feels like a race to the bottom.
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, I said I was gonna listen to you. I'm sorry. I'm just really fucking rude. I'm really sorry, Ray. I'm sorry.
Rude. Unbelievable. How dare
I know. I'm sorry. So please, please, go on. Like, go on, please.
It's all good. Sometimes we gotta let it out. You know what I mean? Shoot, that's what I do with my show, my little rants and whatnot, my shit talkings. I let it out. But I'm honored and privileged once again for you to share my time with you, and your time with me. Greatly appreciative. But yeah, like I said, I was a liberal coming out of Philly and shit. Foster care and all that good jazz that happened and whatnot. My mother was still smoking crack when I left Philly. She not doing it no more, thankfully. But I came out here to Arizona, and my politics didn't really change until I got this job at a call center. It was a conservative call center and whatnot. And
what kind of calls? What do you mean by a call center? Like, for what? Like, for no, I understand.
Oh.
I like. Was it for a business? Was it for like, were you doing advertising? Were you trying, like, because I did telemarketing.
Is for like the RNC, the Republican National
Convention.
Convention.
Okay. Go ahead. Go on. I just wanted to understand what they call, because I did for picture portraits. It was the shittiest damn job. I fucking hated it.
That's the worst.
It was. I had to get people's fucking visa numbers off the phone. God damn it! You know how hard that is. Oh, sure, Mr. Stranger calls me up on the phone. Here's my visa. Jesus Christ.
Pictures?
Yeah, pictures. That was before cell phones.
Oh,
when people go to a place to get their picture taken. Remember those days?
I remember those days.
Oh, those were dark days. Oh, man.
Yeah, the dial-up internet.
This is before dial-up. Jeez. This is where we're still doing that thing for a visa.
Oh, what?
Gotcha!
Wow.
Jesus,
that's
yeah.
ancient as fuck.
Yeah. I'm old as shit, dude. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. You're old. Jeez Louise.
I'm fucking old, man. Yeah, God, I earn these fucking graves.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but it's because I'm pretty, so I can get away with it. I'm pretty. So pretty.
You look a lot younger than you put on, though. I'll give you that, man.
I act a lot younger than I put on. I know. I know. Especially since I lost fucking weight, and then over the holidays I gained a bunch back. But
yeah,
I'm going back.
You looking thin. I was like, oh shit, Jimmy looking thin out here.
Yeah, I went to 45 pounds. I lost 45 pounds since July.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. And then I gained probably about 5-10 pounds over the holidays. I was eating like fucking everything. I didn't get put it in my mouth. Oh! No, this isn't for gay porn.
You were eating like that?
I just eat like a gay man when I'm in an orgy. Oh! I'm just so excited.
Oh my goodness. Yo.
So you started call work. You did at a college center for the RNC in Arizona.
Yeah.
And
So
that's where you say your politics changed.
yeah, they started to change a bit. They always had on Fox News over there at the place and whatnot.
Yeah.
Naturally, it wasn't no MSNBC. But
Yeah.
like when I was in Philly, like MSNBC was all I ever watched, and I never watched CNN. I don't know why. Something about CNN always put me off, and I never watched it. But
Were
I
you a
did
wrestling
watch
fan?
wrestling fan.
Yeah. Were you a
Like
wrestling fan?
back when I
'Cause
was
Ted,
younger.
were you, 'cause so maybe that whole thing with Ted Turner and Vince McMahon and the whole Monday Night Wars, maybe that tainted you. That's why you didn't watch CNN. Is that what it is? Please say it was. Please, because in my head, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah, and I hated Ted Turner too. Fuck
Yeah.
CNN.
Fucking Captain Planet loving ass motherfucker. Yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck them
Yeah.
trees. Fuck the earth.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Shit.
We don't even know him, but fuck him.
Oh man, I'm dead. But
so Fox News is playing all the time.
yeah.
And okay, so you went from liberal, and then so as you're working there, okay, what was the first thing? What was the first thing that you can remember that you were like that you started an issue that you changed? Because it wasn't like one day, oh boy, I'm a conservative now. It was. It's always a process, right? So what was like, say, the first thing that you saw that was like you had cognitive dissonance with, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, they're kind of right. So what was that for you?
So for me, it was how people treated me.
Okay.
Like, when I first registered to vote, what I was told about the two parties was that Democrats was for black people, and that Republicans were for rich old white people. And since I wasn't a rich old white person, I couldn't register as a Republican. I shouldn't. Not I couldn't. I shouldn't register as a Republican. So I assumed, okay, yeah, well, since I'm a poor young black man, and this is my first time voting, I don't know if I fucking know. I didn't know. I didn't know what to like. I didn't really get a good full grasp of what the conservatives were all about and shit. And I'll be remiss to say, like, a lot of my values still aren't conservative. I got a lot of social issues that I am very liberal on.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my personal beliefs. But I wasn't, so speaking to the people on the phones, co-workers, the guy who interviewed me, co-workers and whatnot, just like how they treated me. It was a lot different than I thought I was going to be treated, especially out here in Arizona. I thought I was just going to be like, white people's just going to hang me from a tree, or I was going to have white people riding past me in their car or shouting, nigger! I'm just like, that's what I was expecting. I didn't get that. I got Latinos doing it. Got the Mexicans doing that. Little scared little bitches. People honking their horns at me, throwing water bottles and shit. Mexicans. Because I was across the street, yeah.
I got that a lot when I was a teenager and I got into punk rock. And I had a mohawk and the whole deal. I get people like, oh, freak! Fucking people I got jumped a couple times. I fucking ran.
Yeah.
But yeah, that really fucking sucks when like someone's like shouting at you just for how you look. It's such a weird thing,
It's weird. It's the
It is
dumbest
weird.
shit ever. And the crazy part is, like, back in Philly, I never experienced anything like that. So, and I would expect it to come from white people mostly. And I met white people who were bolted, white men in particular, who were bolted, bolts on their chest. They'd give me a swig of their whiskey or some shit like that. Or they would be my friend. Like my one homeboy, Levi. He got this tattoo in prison that says white power on his arm, and we were donating plasma, and I was with him, and they kicked him out because he had the white power tattoo. Somebody got offended. And I was like, well, why didn't you say I was here? Why didn't you say your black friend was here? What's going on, guy? I would have vouched for you. But he was cool. You know, he's a chill dude. You know what
So
I'm
what
saying?
happened though to him? Like he went from getting
They banned him from they
no
banned
no,
him.
but why? Okay, so he got a tattoo of white power. So you're not just casually racist to get a tattoo.
No, it was a
White
prison
power.
It was a prison tattoo.
Was that for protection? Like he didn't actually believe in it, and
No,
he
he didn't
just did
believe
it.
in that. No, it's prison. Prison politics is way different than whatever's going on out here.
Yeah, I don't know anything about prison politics.
Oh,
And
yeah.
God, I would. That's another conversation, and Jesus Christ, I would love because I am so yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been to
And
jail, so I've seen how it is in there, and like yeah, whites stick with whites, blacks stick with blacks, Chicanos stick with Chicanos, Paisas stick with Paisas. It's real strict.
wow, it just like to me, it just fucking breaks my brain, man. Because to me, okay, the one thing I fucking hate is stupid tribalism. Okay,
Mm.
like where we're fucking born, our skin color, fucking like shit that we have no control over, and people like judging you for it or like assigning some kind of value to you because of it. I've always been annoyed at it. It's fucking annoying. Just like I get annoyed, like I'm supposed to like hockey because I'm Canadian. I hate fucking hockey. I fucking hate it.
Yes.
I hate it, and I hate it more because it's like that expectation, right? Because now there's that expectation, and because that's what I feel for you. Like I feel like you probably get a lot of fucking flack because you're okay. If the term black offends you, just let me know, or person of
I'm
color,
offended.
whatever you.
100%.
But you know what I mean, like because you're a mega supporter and you're an atheist, so I'm sure you get your fair share of fucking flack.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't.
And
You ever heard of Pasta Mike?
yes, I'm friends with Pasta Mike. He's a good guy. I like him.
I don't know if he's a good guy, but
Okay, but I like whatever your opinion is about him. Like that's
I don't know who he is.
okay.
I know of him.
Yes.
And if I ever seen him on anything, I vaguely remember it.
Okay.
But this guy blocked me from a group. He blocked me. He blocked me. He blocked me. Called me a trolling cunt and all kinds of shit. He's never interacted with me.
Okay.
And you know, that's why I love you, because see, you're interacting with me. We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Pasta Mike, that's the kind of atheist that I don't like. That's the kind of human being I don't like. Whether he was it don't even matter what his religion is. That's the kind of human being I don't like. Is somebody who won't sit down and have a conversation with somebody and would not bust it up with you. You know, regardless of your political affiliation and religious and all that. So that's why I'm friends with Taylor. Because, Taylor don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm a human being at the end of the day. What I don't do is hop into people inboxes and be like, "Oh, you a trolling cunt, fuck you," and all this other shit.
Well, I'll just say this, okay? I don't know let's all just admit the internet brings the fucking worst out of us, and I have said shit that I'm like, oh God, why did you fucking say that? So I don't know the dynamics. I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't do nothing with him. I ain't do
Okay,
nothing to him.
okay. That's fine. Okay. And I just, for out of respect to Pasta Mike, because he's not here to defend himself, we'll let this one lie. Okay. Well, but I understand like people who don't even know you. And
yeah, that's the shit that burned me up. People think they're fucking high and mighty, and they want to kick me while I'm down.
Yeah.
They want to, they think they greater than me, but you're not. And my thing is, after I became a conservative, I had a lot of white people, a lot of white liberals calling me out of my name, calling me a house Negro, calling me Uncle Tom. People just calling me all kinds of fucking names and shit. I have no names to call anybody. No energy for that. And I think it's really fucking sucks. Because one, I'm already black. I'm not going to fucking change my skin color overnight. People are still going to look at me and judge me based off of my skin color. So why put me through that?
Yeah.
Why tell me I can't think a certain way because of my skin color?
Yeah. That's God damn it. That's not nice. That's not cool. It's not cool. It's Jesus. Yeah. I've never. You gotta admit though, like this whole thing with fucking Trump is just on both sides. This is the dynamic we're at now, and it's hard. And I'll just be honest with you, Ray. That whole 4 years of Trump, I'm a Canadian, and I didn't even sleep well. Just
I don't know
every
why.
time he fucking opened his mouth, and I'm like, oh God, someone's gonna fucking push a button. He's gonna fucking get us all killed. Jesus Christ. You know, like, God, I felt like it's the old fucking uncle who's fucking tipsy and fucking boozing. He's driving the car. We're all in it. It's like, jeez. So, yeah, but no one should be fucking talking. God, and for me, I try to be better. Like I said, I've said shit, and I've jumped to conclusions that I shouldn't have, and I've noticed this, and I noticed this when I was in the cult, when I was in that religious cult. I don't know if I shared with you. It doesn't matter, but this need to be self-righteous. Everyone has this need to be self-righteous. Oh, I'm so fucking cool. Oh, I'm so smart. Oh, did you see how I own him?
Yeah.
God, I am just so tired of that shit. I am. Yeah. It's so fucking tiring. And
after I just made my decision to switch parties, switch my mindset and whatnot, really just take a hard look at and how individuals were treating me.
Yeah.
And I just said to myself, all right, well, I'm gonna go for the party that's not lumping everybody into labels, lumping everybody into groups. I don't want to hear black this, white that.
Yeah.
I think we all should get along together. That's what I believe in wholeheartedly.
What do you what's your opinions on Black Lives Matter? Because I've seen you be kind of negative about it. So
yeah,
what's your opinion about it?
Yeah, I don't like the organization. The organization hasn't done anything. All they done was make money. How the head of the organization owning $1 million homes and whatnot, and like the struggle's still going.
Yeah. I hate fucking greed, man. I hate these rich fucking assholes. I don't mind someone being rich who's fucking worked their fingers to the bone, or they were really talented at something, or dude, I don't give a fuck about sports. I really don't. I think it's great for kids. That's my opinion. I'm not going to begrudge people that get excited about it, but I understand how athletes make the money because only a certain level, and you got to play at a certain. Okay.
Yeah.
I look at like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, right? That guy fucking never sleeps. I don't know how he does it.
The guy's fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
I like
that guy's a fucking champ, right? And he's making millions of dollars. Well, I'm not gonna fucking begrudge him. Yeah. I'm all in favor of certain levels of socialism, but I still think that people should have the right to be able to work and try to use their talents and better themselves. God, that's what makes us all just like innovation comes from, and like these are nuanced conversations. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, these fuckers who are just grifters, who are fucking rich and who make money off of other people's
pain,
hardships and pains misery, and sufferings. Yeah, you're right. Do you agree with the sentiment though that there's an issue with police brutality and systematic racism in the police force?
Yeah, I agree with that. I've done reactions to many videos where police are brutally beating on people. My profile has had pictures of people who are victim, black men, white men who were victim of police brutality. I recently did one of this homeless man in Colorado who was fucking beat the fuck up. And, of course nobody's going to see it. No one will see it because I'm just a trolling cunt. Nobody's going to see my emotions poured out in that video, how I felt, because I've been homeless myself. I'm a man of color. I know when I look at shit like that, it does affect me at the end of the day. I don't want to see anyone go through that. Anyone. But the organization, no, fuck the organization. Black lives do matter, but I also believe all lives matter. I do believe that, yeah, we do gotta respect our police officers. I believe every single human being on this planet deserves love, care, and respect. And we have individuals out there, they are not showing it. They're not giving it. We
Mhm.
can't get change by busting up stores because them people are insured. They're gonna build a new window.
Mhm.
The only way you're going to make that change, stop shopping at them places. Don't give them your
But
money.
do you? But I'm not saying rioting's necessarily right. But when things have gotten to a point and things aren't changing, it has been through like the civil rights movement with
Yeah,
Dr.
you know,
King.
you know what they did? Guess what they didn't do? They didn't riot. They didn't bust up the bus stops and all that. They
But there
stopped
was
riding the
though.
bus.
Yeah,
They
but there
stopped.
was riots though. There
They
was
stopped riding
riots.
them buses.
Yeah, I know, but there was riots. And I'm just saying when a people aren't heard, this is I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm not making that judgment. I'm just saying this is the reaction to it. And God, just from what I've seen in my lifetime, I've just you're right. I don't want to see people's businesses burnt down because
Yeah, me
they're
neither.
innocent, right? They're innocent. They're just people trying to put food on their plates, right? The old
Yeah,
use the old thing, right? But God, I don't want to see fucking people being fucking. You know what I hate? Okay, let's put it this way. I hate when people get unchecked power. And that's what it feels like with the police system. It's unchecked power. And that ends up hurting a lot of people. It hurts everyone,
yeah,
even the police, because now no one fucking trusts the fucking cops. And you need a good police force. Like there has to be a level. Okay, let's like in Canada, yes, there is racism in our police force. There is issues with it. It's not fucking perfect. But god damn it, it's not even at the point what's
yeah.
happening in the States. And that comes from you've made fucking jails profitable. Like it's insane. And
Yeah.
then they wonder why this shit's happening. Well, there's so many fucking different things at play, but having a privatized fucking jail system is insane.
Well, the guy currently in the White House right now, he's part of the problem.
Oh
He
God,
was there when those systems were instituted.
Oh God, I'm not going to defend Biden.
Oh, please don't.
You're not going to get me his past decisions and what he's done in his political career. Oh God, I am not going to fucking defend any of that garbage. And he was straight up fucking racist a lot of the times in his
Yep.
life. So yeah, I'm not fucking. Yeah, you're not going to get me defending Biden on
Oh,
his
thank
past
goodness. Oh,
behavior.
my
I'm
goodness.
not defending his past behavior.
Let's
Okay.
go, Brandon.
Well, can we as two strong personalities and people are in the that's come on. It's a lame fucking slogan. Come on. Let's go,
Yeah,
Brandon. I
love
understand
it.
what it's supposed to mean. I get the whole thing. It's like, come on. Like
That
no one
lady-
cares.
That lady
Right?
tried, though.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, no one cares.
Yeah.
The majority of people who voted for Biden did it because they fucking hate Trump so goddamn much. They're not fucking. No one's kissing his ass. No one's flying Biden flags. No one's giving a shit. Like, we don't care. No one
Why vote for?
cares.
I can dig that, but why vote
You know
for
what I mean?
someone you
Like,
don't like? Like, you might as well vote for Bernie. A lot of people like.
oh, I
Bernie.
love Bernie. I
Yeah,
love Bernie. I
Bernie
feel like
also.
he's the only one that's talking for like the working class. I feel like he's the only one that's got integrity.
Out
Like
of
he's
all,
yeah.
out of all the Democrats, I really like uh, Tulsi Gabbard, Bernie Sanders, and Andrew Yang in that order. Like,
I liked
and-
Tulsi before she started she started like because she was so anti like occupational, right? She
Mhm.
was for and I'm all about like get the fuck out of everyone else's country, like behave yourselves, like
Yeah.
and what you spend in the military is goddamn fucking insane. right?
Yeah.
Like it's you have tent cities. I look over the water from Windsor to Detroit, and my God, it's like a dystopian fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, and yet the States is spending like trillions more than the next country, like next bunch of countries combined. And it's like, what? Like, no one's like, God, this is insanity. And then like, this is why I wanted to talk to you because like fuck Trump, fuck Biden, fuck all the politics. We should be fucking talking about the issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to me, what's more important.
Yeah, because I can understand why people dislike Trump, and and I definitely can understand why people dislike Biden. You know, these guys, they're old white men.
Yes,
I'm tired of them.
Get these fucking old fuckers out of there.
I'm sick and tired of them.
I know,
dude. Give me a young,
like,
give me a young Tulsi Gabbard any day. Give me a Candace Owens or Rihanna. Maybe a Nicki Minaj.
I take Nicki Minaj. I take Rihanna. God, I'll even take Janet Jackson with her fucking titties coming out every day.
Yeah.
I don't care. Go fucking show your titties, Miss President. I don't
Change
care.
the laws. Let Arnold Schwarzenegger run. I would love to see him as president.
I don't know enough of how good he did or bad he did when he was the governor of California, so I can't
Taylor's
really.
the guy to talk to about that. Me neither.
Really, I thought he did like politics.
Yeah, well, but he's a California native, so he would know more about his time in office than I would.
I see. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Jesus. Yeah, it's like this is what like, and I think, because I've been able to change people's minds. Honestly, I've been able to online because I don't just go online because I want to fuck around and be an internet troll. I have zero interest in making myself fucking look cool, right? I'm honest with you. I'm so goddamn sick of everyone trying to fucking be cool and like, oh, look at me. No, I'm over here. Look at me, but I'm making an idiot of myself, and I'm trying to make people laugh. Right? That's my goal. I sacrificed myself more than Jesus ever did. Jesus went back up to his dad. I'm making myself look like a horse's ass for people's smiles. That's all I want. But what are we talking about? Gee,
we're off the rails.
God, I am so sick
of train going.
I'm so sick of self-righteous fucking pompous idiots and like that need to fucking feel cool. Like that's not the shit that should be making us feel cool. Oh yeah, I'm trying to change people's minds, and I have been able to change people's minds, but never have I been able to change anyone's minds by fucking attacking them, calling them names. You have to meet people where they're at.
Yeah.
And I forget the gentleman's name. His name's Daryl, not Daryl James, Daryl, but he's this black jazz player, musician, but he ended up friending KKK members, and he turned a bunch of them. He formed relationships and friendships with these men, met them where they were at, and got them to change their mind, and they completely. And he was like explaining, like a lot of these people didn't start off racist, circumstances put them in those positions. Like, and that's why I wanted to talk to you, because you're to me, a lot of the MAGA is kind of like a cult, because they talk, come on, man, a lot of them, they use the same same words. They all fucking think the same. And that annoys the shit out of me. I don't care what side of the fence it is. I don't care if you're left, you're right. You don't got a fucking brain in your head. You're not fucking thinking for yourself. Get the fuck out of here. You're wasting my time. You fucking think for yourself. You've come to this position. There's a reason. And how can I say that you're fucking wrong? Me, as a white boy Canadian, saying that you're wrong for thinking the way you do. No, you came to that position. I think Trump's wrong, but I don't think you're wrong. And I do. Like, I really appreciate your time, because I get that. I get that self-righteousness, and probably why like it irks you. And even if you felt like Biden had better policies, you probably still would stick with Trump because you think fucking a lot of Democrats are annoying as fuck.
No, it was mostly because, you know, the Democrats, they're a cult. I don't do cults.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like cultist behavior. I don't want people going on TV talking about if I don't vote for them, I'm not black. The
Oh
black people are
God.
a monolith.
Oh
We
yes.
all think alike, act alike, talk alike. Sometimes we even dance alike. Nah, I'm good. Like, I'm an individual. Like Martin Luther King said, we should be judged by the content of our character, not by the color of our skin. And, you know, that's how I want to be judged. You know, I want
Mhm.
people to look at me and see Anthony Ray Bay. I don't want people to look at me and be like, black guy, black man, you vote for Democrats. Because some motherfuckers have done that. There was this guy, this one job I had, and he thought I was a Democrat. And I straight up told him, I was like, no, sir. Make America great again. I'm voting for President Trump. And shocked him. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of us out here. Like, ain't nobody trying to vote for no damn Biden. You know, we want something. We don't want a career politician in the White House because these career politicians have culted themselves up so much to the point where they become puppets. And that's what I feel Biden is right now. He's a puppet. And, you know, that's just my personal opinion. That's my
Mhm.
thoughts on it. You know, I got nothing against the guy. You know, he can do what he want. You know, I have nothing against people who don't like President Trump. He's an asshole. You know, he's a bit of a prick. You know, comes off and shit, real arrogant. You know, that's just it. But that's who he is. And me, well, I like to be judged as who I am and how I treat individuals, not in the
Mhm.
same way they're treated. You
Yeah.
know, you won't see me going fuck Joe Biden, but I will say let's go Brandon because, you know, I don't believe in saying fuck people. I mean, I was in that phase at one point when Donald Trump first got in office, and I was like, yeah, fuck Trump. But he grew on me. You know, he grew on me, and it was just looking at his record, looking at what he was doing for HBCUs, what he did for the First Step Act, what he was doing for the black community. You know, he was making some changes. He was earnestly making changes for the black community. And prime example, I'm on the phone at this job, this call center gig. This was last year. Yeah, last year during the election. And this little white lady in Florida, she was upset that he was doing stuff for black women. And she was like, what about us old white women in Florida? And I was like, well, ma'am, the president has to work for everyone. Well, he's not doing enough for us whites. And I was like, well, even they have that sentimentality. They don't think he's doing enough for them. And that's crazy. It's not Trump who's the racist. It might be some of his supporters. But, you know, too much like right.
Well, I told you I'm not here to debate Trump, and I'm not here to try to change your mind right now. This wasn't what this was about. This is talking to Anthony, talking to Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Want to find out where you're coming from, and you've been pretty open, and I really appreciate your time. And yeah, I understand a lot of your frustrations, and I think at the end of the day, I think we all just want to be heard.
Yeah.
If anything, we want to be heard, and our feelings are valid. You know, there's nothing more like I hate this whole thing. Like, I hate these fucking rich assholes who think they have it all fucking sorted out, and you got to feel this way, and you got to do this and that.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna feel the way I fucking want to feel. Fuck off if you don't like it. You know. Like,
Exactly.
and if I want to, and that's what I try to, you know, on my show, I want people to, like, you don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to justify anything. Winnie the Pooh had it right. He treated, was it Eeyore, that sad motherfucker?
Yeah.
But they loved him, right? And they let him be.
Yep.
Well, I just love you, Ray. I'm going to let you be. I'm not going to cyber hug for you, pal. Like I said, I'm not here to debate. We've thank you for having this wonderful conversation. We're coming to an hour almost now. And I really thank you. And if you want to have me on again,
Love to.
my partner, we're a real gas. And we can have a real swell time, right? That'll be great times.
Hell yeah.
And say
can do
hello to Taylor for me, will you please?
I will do that. I definitely will talk to Taylor and shit and let him know you said hi. Be like, hi.
Yeah, make sure I did
One of
this.
those.
Okay. Yeah.
Jimmy said hi.
That's
yeah.
exactly it. Oh, Jimmy, yeah, that motherfucker among men. Anyways, Ray, where can people find you? Please let's give a shout out for the people at home, and where can they find you?
Y'all can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just look up Ray Bay, RAYBEY. There might be a the in the beginning there somewhere on along those lines, but that's where y'all can find me. And on YouTube, well, I don't know about all that. I'm shadow banned. I don't think you're gonna find me. But you can find me on YouTube at Prophet of John. And that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, I'm low key. I share
Awesome.
my opinion and whatnot. I do my little rants. There's a little cursing. There's a little comedy and whatnot. Sometimes I'm funny. Sometimes I'm not. I keeps it real. Oh,
That's-
you know what? Shit. We could have gotten into Kyle Rittenhouse and all that, but we could say that for when you come on the show.
Well, that one hurts my heart. You understand? You're talking to a Canadian, so the idea of someone just walking around with a fucking gun right there,
Yeah.
is fucking nuts to me. And people wonder why I'm terrified to visit the States.
I
Jesus.
feel you. I don't blame you. I don't blame. I seen a guy with a rifle the other day, and it was just like airsoft rifle, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" And he's walking into the store. I'm like, in my mind, in my hardest of hearts, I was like, "I'm so glad I'm walking out of this store right now, and I'm just so I made it."
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
what a relief. Shit.
That's nuts. Anyways, yeah, oh shit, we're gonna have just a show to the fuck, right? Jeez, all these crazy topics. Anyways, it's
Hell
been
yeah.
lots of fun. And if you're ever interested, we're always coming up with new characters for the Church of Heretics.
Oh, okay,
So-
cool.
Yeah. So anyways, everyone at home, thank you for watching, and we love you very much, and mwah! Bye-bye.
That was good. Hey, you're muted, by the way. You might want to fix that before you get too mad.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I always forget about that shit. We were having a bit of a long night. I thank you for everyone to watching. And I know, okay, can we just address something now? Everyone, just some
Sure.
comments. Oh, scraping the bottom of the barrel for guests. This was not really like not looking for a guest. This was like legitimate, a conversation. Want to find out what makes them tick, what
Mhm.
kind of stuff that we can do to reach other people. This change minds, to change hearts, like to try to change minds.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point.
And that's the thing. You had a great conversation. It was very friendly, very cordial. There were things I absolutely did not agree with. When he specifically said that, like, one of the reasons that he stepped away or did not like the Democratic Party is because he said it felt like a cult. Yet the whole MAGA culture, in my opinion, displays cult-like tendencies as well. So it's not like I'm saying that, no, he's wrong. The Democrats are not cults. But literally, he's pointing his finger at one group, but not seeing the cult behavior in the other group.
Well, to be
so-
fair, we knew he wouldn't, though.
Yeah, exactly.
He is a mega
But
supporter.
it's a very interesting perspective that he has that he, I don't want to say blinded, because that's not the best way to put it,
No.
but he really is kind of seeing the problems with one side but ignoring the problems on the other.
Well, yeah.
so
and
yeah.
it's a tough one, folks. And like I said to him, like he's had his own experiences and he's come to his point, and we've made it very clear where we stand and how dangerous it is. But we wanted to try to figure out some game plans. We want to hear him out. I respect him as a person.
Mhm.
You will not hear me say anything negative about him. I hope that everyone can show the same courtesy and to understand that we're trying to have a conversation and to find out where people are coming from. This is a different perspective.
Yeah.
This was something bonus. Folks, this is bonus. You guys would have been having your thumbs up your butt watching something else, but we gave you something different. So shut up.
Yeah.
And love it. It's hang it.
But we did have some great conversation in the chat. Thanks for everybody who participated
we
tonight.
loved it. And
Yeah.
we're doing an after party. I just first time I just thought, you know what, you guys, if you guys want to come, I put a link if anyone wants to join, and if they want to discuss in that off camera, because he was cordial, and I don't want to crap on him. I have respect. He's my friend. I appreciated his time, and that is not what this show was about. This is about hearing a perspective that we don't necessarily always hear, and how we can change to reach out. Because you know what, folks, like it or not, the Republicans are really great on controlling a narrative. They're really good.
Right.
Like these guys are like cartoon fucking bad guys, but yet they can control the narrative on so much shit. The fact that January 6th hasn't been in the fucking media over and over and over. Are you kidding me? If fucking this was the other way around and it was Antifa or Black Lives Matter or whatever that stormed the Capitol, Fox would be nonstop.
Yeah.
24/7. Everyone talking about it.
It would be a never forget, kind of like 9/11 was.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way it should be. And the thing is, we've got to reach each other. There's so many issues that are happening right now. And it's like, we're trying to all fight for the same things. So if you guys want to meet us at the after party, the link's there. I'll be there. Skid there, just kind of took it on Skidsy. But anyone that's welcome that we know, and we can, if you want to have a chat there and talk about it, we can more or anything else. I'd be glad. Okay.
Other than that, I think I'll go ahead and wrap up the live show here. So this has been Faith Not Included. If you like what you saw, heck, I'll admit it. I even liked what I saw tonight because it was friendly. It was nice. But if you did like what you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share this content with your friends, and make sure to check out all the other great programming we have on the Atheist Network group. With that out of the way, from myself, Skids the Clown, and the Reverend Heathen Brother, whatever.
After all this time, you still, you big dum-dum.
There's a lot of words there.
The next week, folks, Church of Heretics coming at you. Same bad time, folks. And we're going to have lots of fun.
If you say so.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do say so, Skidsy. Hey,
So-
tell your grandma I said.
Yeah, you and I'll tell her and Taylor you said hi.
Yeah, you
With
better.
that, everybody, remember next week, Church of Heretics. We'll see you next week.